Hello, fourth graders. Mrs. Coulter here. This week's activity is called Pictorial and Figural Analogies. Analogies are comparisons between things. They compare features that are not always obvious. The key to solving analogies is finding the relationship between the first two parts of the analogy, and then applying that relationship to the second part. Analogies can come in different forms. This is an example of a verbal analogy. You see the three words, a few colons, and a blank. The way you say the single colons is to, and the double colon is said as. So this analogy reads, bear is to fur as bird is to blank. So our job is to find the relationship or connection between the first two parts. How are the words bear and fur related or connected? Well, I know that bears are covered in fur. So I need to keep that connection in mind to solve the second half. Bird is to blank. So if the first connection is the second part covers the first, I'm wondering what covers a bird. And given my options, I can see that the answer must be feathers. Bear is to fur as bird is to feathers. Both halves of the analogy relate an animal to its covering. This is another type of an analogy, a figural analogy. Even though the items being compared aren't words, the concept of the analogy remains the same. We have to find how the first two parts are related or connected and apply it to the second half. So in this analogy, we first see a figure that appears to be a circle inside of a triangle. The second part appears to be a triangle inside of a circle, right here. So how are these two figures related or connected? They both have circles and triangles, but they are reversed from one figure to the next. The circle went from the inside to the outside. The triangle went from the outside to the inside. So the relationship could almost be considered that they are reversed. What was on the inside is now on the outside. Keep that relationship in mind. Which of our options best completes the analogy? I'm looking for two figures where one shows a shape going from the inside to the outside. Which option shows this? It must be A. Both figures show a triangle and a square, but the triangle starts on the inside in one part and moves to the outside in part 2. That follows a relationship when we found in the first half of our analogy. This is how your activity will go this week. You will be solving figural analogies. Good luck.